Every single minute, thousands of hours of perfectly lit footage are uploaded to the internet, only to be quickly scrolled past and completely forgotten. Owning a cinema-quality camera or executing an immaculate color grade is the baseline. A flawless aesthetic is no longer enough to stop a user's thumb from swiping away. Video creator Mac operates on the principle that visual fidelity is merely a vehicle. The true survival of a video depends on its ability to convey a story. To successfully deliver that story, a creator has to capture the most hostile territory online, the very first 60 seconds of runtime. Viewers default to a lethargic, low attention state, actively looking for an excuse to leave. Countering that requires an aggressive pacing strategy to break their passive scrolling. The technique required is dynamic escalation. It borrows the kinetic momentum of action choreography to continuously hijack and reset a viewer's attention span. Survival that opening minute requires more than aesthetic choices. It requires a calculated sequence of cuts designed to trigger a specific, immediate reaction. This process begins with the hook, a highly concentrated window spanning exactly from second 0 to second 8. The absolute rule for this phase is leading immediately with your strongest, most visually striking clips. You do not build up to your best shot, you lead with it. By utilizing the fast cut mechanic, you weaponize time, delivering multiple high-impact visuals in the space a single sequence would normally occupy. This chart maps edit frequency. At exactly 1 to 2 seconds each, they drive a steep upward curve in physiological arousal. The brain's pattern recognition overloads before processing the previous image. This sensory shockwave breaks the scroll's muscle memory. The thumb halts entirely involuntarily. Those opening 8 seconds are completely devoid of deep narrative context. They serve a single mechanical purpose, violently arresting the viewer's downward momentum. This diagram shows the biological necessity of immediate deceleration. The opening spike sharply levels out into a sustained horizontal plateau, preventing sensory exhaustion. This plateau maps the introduction and what you do phases, carrying the video from second 8 up to second 40. The editing rules flip entirely. The chaotic fast cuts are swapped for smooth transitions, show reels, and direct-to-camera exposition, where the creator explains their goals. This split diagram shows the brain processing visual text on one side and auditory inputs on the other. Captions act as subconscious glue between these pathways. By engaging multiple senses simultaneously, the narrative holds the user's focus, guaranteeing the message connects even if they are watching the video on mute. While the rapid hook attacks the brain's base instincts, this slower, grounded phase builds the human trust required to hold a viewer's attention long-term. With attention captured and trust established, the structure enters its climax, moving from the 40-second mark to a full minute. This closing phase requires a precise synthesis, marrying clean edits with creative storytelling to produce a highly effective, meaningful visual. Looking at this 60-second timeline graph, the full architecture is visible. The rapid initial spike, the steady horizontal plateau, and a final ascending curve driving into the climax. The timeline proves sight, sound, and speed cannot exist independently. They must be choreographed in unison. This method of dynamic escalation adapts to various styles, functioning with the same mechanical consistency, whether the project uses a corporate aesthetic or a stylized animatic look. Executing this pacing earns the psychological payoff of the closing seconds. It gives the creator the leverage to confidently look at the camera and state, "Let's create something amazing together." Exceptional video creation is not the result of aesthetic chance. It is achieved through the deliberate management